Hey, dummy. Oh, that's funny. There we go. Not winning any Darwin Awards today, are we, boys? No, not really. Alright. Anybody sitting over here? Usually there's a guy sitting or did I already kill him? Alright. He's like, what is that? Yo mama. That's what it is. Alright, let's go ahead and fight this guy. Come on! Toe to toe, you and me. I kind of figured he would respond to being hit by, usually when you come out to here, like this is, yeah, I can still feel like there's the ripples, there's the stuttering, right? The game save. In a game like this, you kind of want it to save on the regular for you because you never know. But yeah, you can turn off the autosave. I wouldn't recommend that. What I recommend is that the devs fix the damn game to where it doesn't stutter every time it saves. Or stutter anytime. I mean, if it's going to stutter, I would like it to see like very minor stuttering to where it's barely noticeable. It doesn't really bother you. Adamfall does that. Adamfall has some slight stuttering here and there, but it's so subtle, you barely pick it up sometimes. It doesn't hinder your experience whatsoever. These things happen. You know, object pop-ins, stuttering, these things happen. But when it's frequent and it's just prevalent throughout your world, it's going to really weigh down the experience for the player. Now, I know some people will say, oh, well, you know, I kind of work through that. I push past it, you know, because I'm really having a great time with the game. And you could absolutely push past the screen tearing, the object pop-in, the stuttering, to just play the game. Absolutely. I wouldn't recommend that in 2025. I mean, I remember playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines on my laptop back when it first came out. And you better believe you had to eat a lot of shit when it came to that game. You had to. I remember walking into the apartment complex and all the doorknobs in the basement were replaced with posters of this popular frickin' actress in the game. And I just laughed it off. I'm like, oh, that's that unfinished jank that this game is known for because the studio closed down before they actually had a chance to really polish it, right? The only thing they could do was send it out the door because they were out of time with it, which was a real shame. And if it wasn't for the modding community, that game would probably still be suffering pretty bad to this day, but it's not because the modding community saved it, right? So yeah, I think if you are waiting for this game to finally get polished up, you know, and maybe they tweak the combat a little bit to where it feels a little bit more intuitive for the player, and baddies are not getting off cheap hits on you, whereas sometimes the game just doesn't let you actually hit them. You know, because that is a problem, right? So you did 2 or 3 enemies and you swing at one and you know for a fact you should have made contact, and of course you didn't, but that's okay because the enemy's definitely going to hit you. Yeah, stuff like that needs to be worked on, but after they take care of like the technical issues, I think it looks good on a base PS5, but this could absolutely fall apart at any moment, I feel like. Yeah, say that stuttering because the game saved. When that stops and I see the screen tearing go away, I'll feel a lot more comfortable with the stability of this game. Until then, no. And just that slight shuddering effect that happens when you're using your bow like that, you see how it stutters as it's trying to focus in. I mean, that's an issue. So yeah, I'm gonna say this patch is actually an improvement, but it's still got some technical polish that it needs to go through. This is a step in the right direction, though. And I feel like the last update also was a step in the right direction, and this feels like it's another inch forward. My biggest problem is, other than the fact that the clouds are still ticking by like they usually do in this game, like, There's very immersion breaking the way that happens. You know, you'll watch the clouds do that weird tick thing. The game's got some weird immersion issues. It's getting there though. They are getting better at what they're trying to accomplish here. I just wish they would get rid of the stupid bells and whistles. Okay, this stuff right here. Get rid of this. All you need is lock in whatever this needs to be. Leave that, leave that, leave that. Get rid of whatever that is. Vegetation. Get rid of this. Get rid of all this. Okay, when I'm playing Atomfall, I don't have any of these options. You don't need them on a PlayStation. Get rid of all this. I don't want any of this. You need to be confident on what your game should be on this particular console. Be confident, like other developers that lock in the presettings to where the player they don't have to worry about making up their own mind. You know, I could understand if I was playing on a PC, right? You kind of need those options. This is a PS5. Figure out how it should, what settings it should be at to be on a PS5 and lock those in. You need to be confident about your product. Because if you can't decide what resolution and what frame rate and what VSync setting this game should be on, don't expect me to know. I don't want to know. When I hop on my console, I just want to play a freaking game. I mean, back when I was in my 20s, yeah, I played on a laptop and, you know, I'd have to sit there and pick and choose settings and I would have to decide what games I could play on my laptop and which ones I couldn't. And I decided I was all done with that. Do you know what I did? I decided to invest in a console. So I bought a PlayStation 2 and I started investing in my own personal entertainment. There's, some shuddering, see the frame rate drop right there? Yeah, so I bought a PS2 and I never had to worry about that stuff ever again. The game is supposed to be for my console's format. And I really liked that. I liked being able to just not have to worry about whether or not I had the right recommendation, the right settings or the right components for my laptop to run a game, you know? I didn't have to worry about that. Does it say PS2 on it? Yeah, does it? Yes. Well, then it's for what I'm playing on. Does it say Xbox? Well, then that's not for me. Does it say PC? Well, it's not for me. Right? It was so simple because, you know, when you're working your ass off all week long and you come home, you just want to play a freaking game, right? And I think that's what consoles originally brought to gaming was the sense of you come home from a long work week. You don't have to sit there and worry about tweaking the game to get it to work on your PC. No, you just load and play. Right? And I feel like this game just needs to be able to load and play. Figure out what settings this needs to be for a PlayStation 5. I don't want those. I don't want the choice. I don't give a shit about the choice. Lock it in like other developers do their games. Set it and forget it. You know what I mean? So yeah, being around the tower here, like being around this area here, this is like these objects. When you're around physical objects, I feel like that's where you can really see the screen tearing, right? And you're just going to get varying degrees of frame rate drops and screen tearing throughout the experience, depending on how many assets are around you. Like that's why I say this patch doesn't fill me with a whole lot of confidence, right? It feels like it's edging closer to getting where it needs to be, but it's only edging that in that direction. It's not foolproof, right? So anyway, we looked at the patch. It feels and seems like it's doing better. Does it make me want to play? Look at those clouds. It drives me crazy. Stop it! No, I'm still not ready to play this game. I'm not. Maybe soon. Maybe soon. We'll see. Anyway, I am going to get back to what I need to get to. I got some things I need to get done. We're still working on our Atomfall playthrough. And hopefully next week, I can't wait to get my hands on Still Wakes the Deep's new DLC. I'm so excited. I kind of want to sit down and replay the base game again because that was such a thought-provoking experience. I loved it. So anyway, that's all I got for now. This has been Tainted Tales of Tainted Grail. Still a whole lot of taint here, baby. Anyway, you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will catch you on the flip side.